Hello, this is the Prophet. Hey, I want to give you some profit stuff. Look, if you're really rich and you've got lots of money or lots of possessions and stuff like that, don't give them to the poor. Now, the Prophet, Kid Pogorski, says that it is a sin to give your stuff to the poor. What better to do is to take the poor and teach them how to be rich. That's more important than giving to them. It's the old saying of you can give a poor person a large meal and they'll always be beholden to you, but tomorrow they'll be hungry. If you teach them how to fish, on the other hand, they always have fish and they know how to catch the fish. That's the proverb of the prophet here. Now, the three legged dog is a very, very little dog with three legs. And in a lot of ways, you'd feel sorry for him because, he pops around and hops around. But the reason why I use the three legged dog as my meaningful uh, symbol of the church three legged dog is that the church of the three legged dog is optimists on imperfection. The imperfection, the three legged dog can go on as a three legged dog. Doesn't bother him being three legged. There's no prejudice against three legged dogs among three legged dogs. My dog, Penny, triped, is a fourth time rescue dog, has terminal diseases. Some days she's just going to lie down and die. And the veterinarian said I should put her down. Oh, maybe it was a year ago. She's still popping along. She gets sick every once in a while, and I nurse her back to health. And she perpetuates. She keeps on going. She bites people occasionally. She licks people. She loves little children. She loves little dogs. She is the three-legged dog. Anyway, what I'm trying to tell you is, as a non-church, I'm not a church. I'm more of a philosophy. And the philosophy is don't look to the rich to hand out their money. They don't get their money from handing it out. That's a lot of nonsense. You teach people how to make lots of money, and then you have prosperity. Prosperity is very important. I mean, if you're going to be rich, helping the poor seems like a simple answer. Help the poor to become rich. I know I'm being redundant here, but that's the message. That will help the poor people much more than a handout. When you give somebody in the street a buck, because they're asking for some money, which I always do, I always give somebody a buck. If they ask for spare change, generally I give them spare change. But if they ask just to be helped, I give them a buck. Now, this doesn't help them at all. I know they go out and buy drugs with it or booze or whatever. And that's what you do when you're a panhandler in the street. Rarely do they pay rent with it, because they live in the street. They don't have rent. Anyway, that's your attitude. That's where you're coming from because you live in a home. You live someplace. You have a computer. You're watching me. So all I can say is follow the three-legged dog, the imperfection of being optimistic. Because sometimes you think about it, it's very hard. Anyway, thank you very much for listening to me. Bye.